So we had started with the chapter Enemy, and it's about Dr. Sadao. He's a Japanese doctor. Can any one of you tell me why Dr. Sadao was not sent with the troops? Yes, because he was working on a very important scientific discovery. And secondly, he had to take care of the general, and the general had great trust on Dr. Sadao. Okay, right? And where was Sadao's house? It was along on the coast, right? And where was Dr. Sadao at the moment when you're reading this chapter? Where was he? He was standing outside his house, and yes. So what time of the day do you think it was? What time of the day was it? It was evening, right? Because he still he could see things, and later, like of course, along the coast, how the mist it started rising and started hiding everything. Okay. Now, what do we learn about Sadao's childhood? What have we read about Sadao's childhood? Simmer, say straight. Be attentive in the class. What have we learned about Sadao's childhood? What about his father? He was very strict. And yes, so what did he tell him, you know, when they would stand there and look at the islands across their home? What did he say? That they are the stepping stone to the future, right? And that means that once you go out of this place, that is where you're going to find your future. That is where you're going to find success, right? So that means he was quite far-sighted, that you go outside of your comfort zone, only then you can find success. Do you think it applies to you also? Yes. So if we become very comfortable and we become very complacent that, okay, I'm happy at home and I can do this on my own and I don't want to push myself, I don't want to challenge myself, we cannot think of becoming successful, right? So he told him that. And what about Dr. Sadao's studies? Where did he go for studies? America. Why do you think this point is very important now? And as we read the chapter, what about America here? Because we're talking about the war and we're talking about the situation here that was between Japan and America. It was not a very friendly situation. So this information that Sadao had gone to America, it is going to be very, very important. So why did he go to America? To study, to become a doctor, right? And where did he meet his wife? There only? Yes. So she was also there in America. So they met at a common place, right? A professor had invited them over, and that is where he met her. And this is what we had read. Yes. And how do we know that, Dr. Sadao, even though he had been to America, he did not change his culture. He was still holding on to his roots. What is the thing which tells us? Like his marriage? Yes. So he waited for his father's consent, and his father approved of Hana, that she is Japanese, and they got married in the traditional manner. And of course, yes, we practiced all the culture, all the customs over there. And here Hana, she has come out to, be with her husband. He's outside and looking at the mist, and she realizes, yes, Jasdev, you've got October with yourself, you've got all the days with yourself, but it depends on what you've done with them. Earlier also you had 4 months. What did we do? Yes? Nothing. How nice. I have very honest people here. All of a sudden, जब हमको झटके लगते हैं ना, हमारी honesty भी आ जाती है बाहर. Yeah. नहीं, बोर्ड में नहीं लगे, बच गए तुम लोग. Yes, so we will not be so. Okay, fine. So Hana joins Sadao, and she's wearing the traditional Japanese dress. She's wearing a kimono. She has a shawl wrapped around her shoulders, and she's come to stand outside. What can they see from their home? What can they see? The sea also they can see, the ocean they can see, right? They can see the sea. Okay, how nice, right? So we have here a pun, is it? Okay. Now let's continue reading. So we were here, the first paragraph of this page. Okay. So please read whatever we are doing, and tomorrow I'm going to ask you comprehension questions. Okay, so let's do the testing side by side. Fine. Now he felt a hand on his arm and was aware of the pleasure it gave him, even though they had been married years enough to have the 2 children. For they had not married heedlessly in America. Yes. First paragraph of the next page. Yes, page 26. Now, heedlessly, without thinking, right? They had finished their work at school and had come home to Japan. And when his father had seen her, the marriage had been arranged in the old Japanese way. Although Sadao and Hana had talked everything over beforehand. So that means, yes, what kind of children they were obedient and they believed in their culture and traditions, right? So they did not go against the wishes of their elders. They were perfectly happy. She laid her cheek against his arm. It was at this moment that both of them saw something black come out of the mists. What is mist? Mist kya hota hai? Fog. Okay. Who said jhariyan? No, Gitesh, obviously. We know how shorthand he is in English. Isn't it? Yes. Right? Okay. Yes. So mist here like the fog. Okay. So it was not clear, the visibility there. Right? It was a man. What? This was something. And what was that something? A man. He was flung up out of the ocean. Flung. Flung means thrown out. You fly, he flew it away. Flung his bag in disgust. Right? Okay, flung, throw down. So he's washed out of the water. It seemed to his feet by a breaker. What's a breaker? Is a wave. Where has the man come out of? He's come out of the sea. What must have tossed him out? The wave. So what's a breaker? A wave. Okay, right? He staggered a few steps. His body outlined against the mist, his arms above his head. Then the cold mist hid him again. Staggered a few steps. What is staggered? Huh? Yeah, staggered is not steadily, not confidently, right? So he's come out of the water and he's just walked a few steps, not, like very sure of himself. And after that, again, he was not visible, right? So once again, the curled mist hid him again. So what have they seen? They have seen the outline of the man, right? And where is he coming out of? He's coming out of the water, right? He's coming out of the sea, and they could see him coming out of the mist. And yes, so was he very clearly visible? No. Why was he not clearly visible? Because of the mist. Okay, right. Who is that? Hana cried. She dropped Sadao's arm and they both leaned over the railing of the veranda. It's a lengthy chapter, don't worry. Now they saw him again. The man was on his hands and knees crawling. Earlier, the man was staggering. Now he is crawling. Yeah, so what do you think about the condition? Absolutely correct. So he's not in a good condition. He's not fit. He's not healthy. So that is why he's finding difficulty in walking. First, he's staggering and now he's crawling out of the water. Okay. The man was on his knees, hands and knees crawling. Then they saw him fall on his face and lie there. He's collapsed. Right. So he's come out, staggering out of the waves. Right. Then he was crawling and then he fell. Okay. A fisherman, perhaps, Sadao said, washed from his boat. What do you think made Sadao think that that man must be a fisherman. Because yes, along the coastal areas, who would be there at this time of the night? Right? A fisherman would be there. So absolutely correct. He was that yes, it could be a fisherman. Okay. He ran quickly down the steps and behind him, Hana came, wide sleeves flying off her kimono. A mile or two away on either side, there were fishing villages. So where they lived, like at a distance, there were fishing villages. So the fishermen lived there. So it was quite normal that it could be a fisherman. Right? He fell there and he's coming out. Okay. But here was only the bare and lonely coast, dangerous with rocks. But if like most of the fishermen knew that this area was quite a rocky area. It was not, like you can say a safe place, right? Dangerous with rocks. How do the rocks make it dangerous? What is the danger the rocks pose for the fishermen? For the boat, yes, it might damage it. So maybe, yes, the fishermen don't come much this side because it's a rocky coast. Okay, right. The surf beyond the beach was spiked with rocks. Somehow the man had managed to come through them. He must be badly torn. What's the surf? S-U-R-F. Yes, what is it? Like, of course, you're talking about surfing there. So you have that surfboard and on the waves they go. Now, when the waves, they come towards the coast, so you see that white thing over there, right? So yes, so that there. So the surf beyond the beach, or you can see the waves beyond the beach, right? So once the waves would recede and that area there beyond it, what was it? It was spiked with rocks. Spiked, yes. So like there were rocks, natural. They were there, which made it dangerous. But see that man has managed to come from those rocks. He's crossed those rocks. And that means because the waves must have thrown him here and there, he must be badly injured because of the rocks. They saw when they came toward him that indeed it was so. What was so? Yes, that he was badly torn. His clothes were badly torn. What else could be torn? His skin, very good, because the rocks, yes, sharp, right? So he's thrown in and there, so his skin could be injured. His clothes also might be torn. Very nice. Right. The sand on one side of him had already a stain of red soaking through. Yes. So he's bleeding. Right. So already from one side there, where he was lying, the sand had become red. The man was bleeding. The man was injured. And do you think such a deep injury could have happened from the rocks only? Could be. If the rocks are sharp enough, it could be. He is wounded, Sadao exclaimed. He made haste to the man. Haste means, what is haste? Yeah, in a hurry. Haste makes waste. Do you remember or not? Right? So hurriedly, he moved towards the man. Yeah. Who lay motionless, his face in the sand. Why do you think Sadao ran immediately towards the man? To help him? And why did Sadao, would it have been any other person done the same thing? Why Sadao was there? This instinct made him behave like this. Because he was a doctor. And a doctor's first instinct is that you see someone injured, you try to help them, right? So his instinct as a doctor, an old cap stuck to his head, soaked with sea water. Who are we talking about? The man who's come out of the sea, right? So what are the things we know? He's injured and his cap is, they're all wet, sticking to his head. He was in wet rags of garments. Rags, torn, right? Remember the peddler, rat trap? Yes, so rags of garments. Thou stopped, Hana at his side, and turned the man's head. They saw the face. A white man, Hana whispered. A white man. What do you think this means? A foreigner. What do we mean when we say a white person? Like like, of course, I said a white man and he said it's an American. Which country do you think white men belong to? He could be British. Yes. He could be American. He could be. Yes. So like, what is this term white man? Huh? क्या? रात में? हाँ. Yeah, because of let's see, right? So when I say white man, I mean the people there who are white skinned, and we can find out which country they belong to. It could be America, it could be Canada, it could be from Britain, it could be New Zealand, Australia, other European countries also. Okay, right? Yes, okay, right? So white man. So immediately here. So what color of skin do you think Sadao and Hannah had? Japanese, what color skin do they have? They are also white color, right? Isn't it? In fact, they ivory skin, you know, white. Pratham is going to keep shut now. And we're going to stipple is color is there, right? So Japanese, and when we see these like, of course, yes, the Southeast Asian here. So like they have black hair, and this skin is also littleish. So we call a kind of an ivory color, you know, little yellowish. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yes. So they saw the face, a white man. Hannah whispered, "Why is it such a problem to see a white man? Why is it a problem?" Because it is the time of war, and seeing a white man is something already it's going to be a danger sign. Okay. Yes. Yes, it was a white man. The wet cap fell away, and there was his wet yellow hair. Blonde hair. Very nice. So yeah, long as though for many weeks it had not been cut. So long hair, white skin, and upon his young and tortured face, was a rough yellow beard. So he might be quite young, but because he had been this way, like maybe at war for so many weeks, so he's not cut his hair, he's not shaven, he has a beard, he has long hair. Okay. He was unconscious and knew nothing that they did for him. He did not know what is happening. He's not aware that, yes, there are these Japanese people around him. He's not aware where he has landed. Okay. Fine. Is this clear till here? Now, Sadao remembered the wound, and with his expert fingers, he began to search for it. Yes, right. Of course. So white people, yeah, we do talk about the Caucasian descent people. Okay. So otherwise, we can say Mongoloid or Negroid, right? So of course, we can talk about those races also. Right? We talk about Aryan races here. So when it does narrow down, but yes, a white man, a reference to a foreigner, someone not belonging to this place. That is the reference here. Okay, right? So it is, Jenny, I would say, is it a prejudice or is it a stereotype? Is this a prejudice or a stereotype? It's a stereotype. Stereotype क्या होता है? कि हम लोग जनरली यू सी अ वाइट पर्सन, ओके ओके, ये फॉरेनर है, ये अमेरिकन है, ये इंग्लैंड है, डजंट हमारे माइंड में ये थॉट्स होते हैं कि नहीं? Yes, so immediately you see someone with a very straight black hair, and of course you can say not very wide, narrow eyes, and also immediately put them, okay, these are what, Chinese, isn't it? So these are stereotypes. So when you talk about a white man, it is a stereotype, right? So you immediately think, okay, yes, so they belong to those places. Okay. Now Sadao remembered the wound, and with his expert fingers, he began to search for it. Blood flowed freshly at his touch. So he's looking for the wound. What made him look for the wound? Because what had happened to the sand? It was soaked with blood. On the right side of his lower back, Sadao saw that a gun wound had been reopened. So that man had been shot. There was a gun wound, and the gun wound was on his back. Yes. And when he's shot in the back, that means he was trying to run away. That's why he was shot in the back, isn't it? Right? So now let's see, right? A gun wound had been reopened. The flesh was blackened with powder. Which powder? Gunpowder. Yes, absolutely correct. Sometime not many days ago, the man had been shot and not had been tended. Tended means not taken care of. Who would have taken care of him? He was a prisoner, right? It was bad chance that the rock had struck the wound. So when he fell in the water and when he was washed by the waves, what happened? What did the rock do? It opened that wound again and he started bleeding, right? So now Sadao has, he's searching for that wound and maybe he's there trying to do something to save him. Oh, how he is bleeding, Hana whispered again in a solemn voice, in a very serious tone. Pratham, Bhavneet, why don't you change your seat? Kahan phas gaye tum aaj? You're fine? No, I never asked you. Okay. Oh, how he is bleeding, Hana whispered again in a solemn voice. The mist screened them now completely. Screen means what? Mists screened them. They were not seen, right? So maybe from the house, they were not visible, right? And even from a distance, yes. So what was happening, it's not visible because, yes, the mist is rising, okay? And at this time of day, no one came by. So no one, the fishermen would not be coming, other people there. The fishermen had gone home. And even the chance beachcombers would have considered the day at an end. What are the beachcombers? Beachcombers. They come there searching on the beach, maybe, like to find something which has been washed ashore, right? Okay. Shells also, maybe, yeah, you have other, like aquatic animal little things. Yes. Free people, right? They can go there looking for shells and stones or maybe, yeah, a crab or something like that, which has come out to find that. Okay. And actually it is there because it's quite late now and the mist is rising and it is not a good thing to come out when the visibility is very less. Okay. What shall we do with this man? Sadao muttered. But his trained hands seemed of their own will to be doing what they could do to staunch the fearful bleeding. What do you think staunch means? Staunch means to staunch the fearful bleeding. Stop, right? So he's saying, okay, what am I going to do? But side by side, what is he doing? He's doing something to stop the bleeding. This is how good a doctor he is. This is how trained he is. He patched the wound with the sea moss that strewed the beach. So what are you going to find on the sea, on the beach? Sand, moss, stones, right? So he's picked up the sea moss and what has he done with it? He's put it on his wound. Why? To stop the bleeding. The man moaned with pain in his stupor, but he did not awaken. Stupor in his unconsciousness. Because of the pain, the man is unconscious. Because of weakness also, because of loss of blood. The best thing that we could do would be to put him back to the sea. Sadao said, answering himself. Now that the bleeding was stopped for the moment, he stood up and dusted the sand from his hands. He's saying now, of course, the best thing is we should put him back in the sea. He's a white man. Let's put him back. Okay? Right? Yes, undoubtedly, that would be the best, Hana said, steadily. But she continued to stare down at the motionless man. Both of them are agreeing, yes, this is what we should do. But they're not doing anything. Right? If we sheltered a white man in our house, we should be arrested. And if we turn him over as a prisoner, he would certainly die. So now they are in a very, what you can say, situation, deciding what to do.